Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. That new intro video, huh? A lot of fun to make. Time-consuming, but fun. So, I am your game master, as always, Skajaramas, otherwise known as Tone Shift. And with me today, we have our full cast of players. First up, the star of this new chapter we're launching into, Hades Shadow 92, playing Thanatos, the human Dark Knight.
Ew, Kurzatan.
And that's where we're going. We have Lumina Starlight playing Rocket the Chocobo.
He can hear you breathe.
Thank you. Someone just left the fucking party.
And that was Tom.
Damn it.
Internet
Tom's been
just-
having internet issues today for some reason. We have Darkness playing our paladin, Alistair.
Pleasure.
And whenever he gets back in here, we have Tom, 117Z, playing our female Elvan Ranger, Neothil, who just left the Roll20 room. Connection issues ahoy.
Connection issues ahoy.
But, yes.
Oh, the internet crashed.
Oh.
Whole fire a moment.
Fuck.
My internet
Now?
crashed and died.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, alright. Sorry for technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, but we have no control over this. Anyways.
Yes.
Is this because you just started a whole new arc? We're getting new
No, it's just
problems
poor
now?
timing. It's just poor timing. Anyways. So, to recap where we last left off, following our party's descent into the bowels of the nefarious organization Devia Corp, they were roasted, partially almost to death, by the enigmatic and stupidly powerful amber mage individual known as Murasan. To their joint shock, the party survived, and each was granted something of a vision of sorts. Rocket was afforded a final fond farewell to Lazarus after their previous reunion had been unceremoniously cut short. Alistair was afforded a vision of a small village near his home city that he knew of and had been to, one where he had helped people previously who had been infected with some kind of disease, way back when his training was still in progress, except burned to cinders, and a frightened woman sitting in the midst of it, dressed in the similar armor to his own. Neothil was afforded a vision of Panara, and the two shared an interaction which seemed to fuel some more flames of Neothil's suspicions as to who this enigmatic dark woman is. And lastly, Thanatos, upon returning to the world of the waking, was afforded a brief interaction with his master, Caius, during which Caius returned the cloak to him and informed him that their next destination was Kurzatan, and that he would meet him there. Following that, it was discovered that Rocket had suffered severe damage to most of her mechanical parts. Her mechanical eye was cracked, her metal leg had been completely twisted, mangled, and shorn off in the explosion, and all in all, she was just screwed up seemingly beyond all repair. And worst of all, the party found themselves in the middle of a lesser-known location, practically a legend as far as locations go, the Amber Abyss, supposedly where the amber itself originates from. But with some luck, they found themselves near the surface, and so were able to force their way through, evading amber tentacles on the way, and also having a brief encounter with the daughter of Bahamut, Tiamat, being corrupted by the amber as they fled. She requested that they locate her father and tell him what befell her, but so far, no viable means of doing so has presented itself to the party. Whether or not this changes with time is yet to be seen.
Yeah, unless we find a non-magical way to fly.
Am I a robot, and what the fuck is going on? Because I just missed the entire part.
I'm just giving the recap right now, and you're still a little robot, but you seem to be good for the moment.
Hang in there, Tom. We need you.
And you're a robot to me as well.
Great.
Indeed.
Oh, shit.
Well, luckily it's not your arc.
Hmm.
Anyways, so, after the party managed to ascend out of the depths of the Amber Abyss, they got lucky and were discovered by Sid's airship, the Stargazer, coming back to find them after they'd been missing for days. and brought them to the settlement of Dami Checkpoint, where Rocket was put into a sleep-like state so that Sid could initiate repairs on her damaged body and systems. In the meantime, the party did some off-screen shopping, which I'm hoping you all have done between sessions. Otherwise, we're going to have to spend the start doing that.
Great.
And soon after, Rocket was fully repaired and came with a few upgrades. For one thing, she can now, at any time she wants as a standard action, use essentially the scan spell to learn information about any enemy so long as they're not a boss type or higher in terms of difficulty. She has also gained the ability to fly for up to 5 hours a day with one passenger. And lastly, the negative side effect that could potentially hinder her when using her Tier 1 limit break has been removed. She no longer has the risk of her rocket boosters exploding on her sides instead of launching her forwards when using that attack. So if she wants to use her Tier 1 limit break, she is no longer at risk of hurting herself.
Yay.
So we ended off last session with Rocket making use of her new powers of flight to give Neothil a little jaunt over the air above Dami Checkpoint. That's where we last left off. And it is as they are touching back down to the ground that we shall pick things up.
Although before that, when you say shopping, as in just like potions and all that?
Whatever you wanted to buy while you were waiting for Rocket to receive repairs is what I wanted you to do between sessions. Equipment, items, literally.
It's a little
I
difficult
didn't
for us
go
to do that
shopping.
on our own, considering we share Gil now, and we don't really know our full amount.
You have 7,632. It is available as a handout that is available to all players. So you have access to that information.
I probably better get some new armor.
7,000
Okay, we can do weapons and armor and shit
in the campaign.
later.
I just did potions.
Mm.
I got like 2 high potions, 2 ethers, and that's really it. Really.
Alright, well, hopefully we don't have any combat encounters this go around, and we'll figure it out after the session.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Rocket, you fly back down and deposit Neothil on the deck of the Stargazer. Mika has finally arrived and rejoined the party. How are you all proceeding?
Hey, Thanatos, do you want the next wide?
No.
Tom,
Go on!
Tom Lumina, why are you
Nice
two
of
muted?
I was munching on a candy cane.
Ah.
That explains it.
She's munching, and Tom is
Maybe having issues?
in shock of the flight. So, yeah.
Hmm.
Alright.
I mean, come on. Because you have air sickness on a ship doesn't mean you would on a bird.
Humans are not meant to fly.
Boulder Dash. Anything is possible if you have the imagination.
Did you just say Boulder Dash? I've lost all respect for you.
I couldn't resist.
Humans aren't meant to fly. Dragon Ball Z exists.
Indeed. Thank you for breaking the fourth wall yet again.
Now, if I had that ability of just flying on my own power, sure. So I wouldn't fall.
Step
Like
1. Become a
that stupid
cyborg.
monk, like that stupid
Step-
monk we ran into.
Alright, what the fuck's going on? I'm back again.
You just came back from your joyous flight, and we figured your silence was your awe of actually flying for once.
Yay for excuses.
Yay for excuses.
I managed to convince my mother to turn off fucking Netflix for a while.
Oh, that's what was done? Okay.
I mean, that was probably taking some of the bandwidth.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean-
Rocket just touched you down on the deck of the Stargazer. The party's all assembled. Proceed.
So, what now?
I flew. I like flying.
Indeed.
Mika claps for you. She's very happy.
All right. So we have a flying bird now. So what do we do?
Anyway, Nee says, putting herself, we should probably figure out our next move, which, if I'm not mistaken, was Kurzatan on the map. Is our next destination?
Do we have to?
I mean, we
If it's
don't.
not-
We could go straight off to Alice's odd village, Vipate. But is this something you want to miss? We also made a promise to Fane.
Damn it.
Yeah, plus it's even further, so we might as well populate
Alright,
the
let's
desert along
go.
the way.
I hope you guys like sand, because we're going to be seeing a lot of it.
I've never been in the desert before. I wonder what it's like.
I say,
Wonderful.
there's just warning me, there's no trees.
I'm already highly disappointed.
Sand is not all that bad as long as you don't let it get everywhere.
Coarse and rough
Says-
and gets everywhere.
Says the guy who grew up mostly in a city covered in snow.
Well, we can't choose the places we're born, can we?
I mean, you weren't born in Animo, you were born in Garlat, which is a coastal city.
Okay,
It was
Again.
it was his mid to late teens that were spent in the Academy City.
Mhm.
and just a warning to all you, it's gonna be hot.
I'll go buy water.
Great.
That's a good idea.
Yep, Mika takes off to do that.
I'll say it should probably cover your heads.
Speaking
Yeah.
of... Hold on. Speaking of it's going to be hot, Thanatos, you're the one that's wearing all black.
Oh dear, you're gonna attract more
Yes,
than all of
but I
us.
have a cloak.
That ain't gonna do
It's
jack shit.
A
You're
cloak
wearing
that's
black.
also all black.
It's brown.
It's brown. So, also,
But
speaking,
yeah, cover your head
yeah, speaking of
and
which, we
get
should,
lighter
probably,
clothing.
we should probably all get some, see if we can find a cloak or at least something to keep you all covered, because you don't,
Thanatos?
the
I
sun
And
is,
suggest-
bear in mind, I am a black chocobo.
can birds get sunburn?
Anything with
they-
skin
well, actually,
can get sunburn.
It's whether or not they
Well, you-
will that becomes the question.
Actually, I say it'd be more like to suffer exhaustion more than sunburn.
You know, here's a question. Her Phoenix outfit protects her from fire. Does it also protect her from heat?
I'll allow it, sure.
So
Okay.
she's fun. She can
That's
travel
nice.
in style.
Yeah,
Time to dress up again.
yeah, very stylish. I still have the drawing loaded up.
Indeed.
Nice. Well, time to dress you up again.
Yep. It's
I knew
time.
it'd be coming useful.
Well, I'm not wearing any more garments because I'm already wearing full armor, so I'm gonna melt.
As for you, Thanatos, I suggest wearing white until we get past the desert.
I
I know you like your dark colors, but you're gonna roast.
So just as a heads up, Mika is spending 200 of the communal gil stash to buy everyone plenty of water for the trip,
Good idea.
bringing
So-
the group communal gil stash down to 7,432.
Okay. Reminder, we need to do armor and shit. And just so we can do it by ourselves, how much is like tier... Can you just like put tier 3 weapons and armor cost in the chat so we can just figure it out ourselves?
Tier 3 weapons are 2,400 gil, whereas Tier 3 armor
Ouch.
is 1,500. I mean, all the shit's in the
Oh.
rulebook, which you have.
Okay.
So 2,400 and 1,500. So we have 7,000 and 300.
So not all of us are going to be able to get new equipment.
I say the ones who have the least amount of health should get it.
Mika already has a tier 3 weapon. I'm gonna point that out.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So,
So does
Mika and
Rocket.
me. Mika and me.
I'm trying
armor.
to think. So
I
it's
can
1,500.
wait.
It's
As long
1,500
as
for
there aren't any
armor.
sandworms today.
So 3,006. So yeah, it'll be about 6,000 for 4 pieces of armor. So we could get 4 pieces of armor, or like a couple of pieces of armor and a weapon for someone, or something like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, okay, we'll figure it all out after the session.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
So-
you still spend the gil. Now, either way, like, Rocket, how are you feeling? Because to be fair, you're the only one on our tier 2 limit break currently. As well.
I mean, I feel okay.
I would say
Plus,
she's
you have all
got.
your high avoidance and
She's got.
all that,
I would say she's the hardest to hit. And she's got the most health.
It's gonna be a pain in the butt if we come across a sandworm, though.
Are there any in this desert?
Roll a lore check, Thanatos.
You know,
I mean, I just think that'd be a good idea if the ones with the lesser health get the armor, like the best. I'm just saying, they need it.
I don't know shit, do I?
AKA Mika and Nee.
Alistair,
Well,
I tried to
Mika
provide
already
more
has it.
information to Thanatos. Okay, so, Thanatos, you do know that there can be big-ass sandworms in the Uzora Desert. They get more common the further south you go, though.
Well, thankfully we'll be in the northern part of the desert, so probably no sandworms. Probably.
Indeed.
Nope.
As long as we don't roll a bad number.
Yes.
I mean, with my current armor at 8 and my shield 4 giving me extra armor, which is 12, and magic armor.
How much health have you currently got, Alistair, overall?
260. So I'm good, really.
I'm 200. Thanatos, what are you at?
Say HP 225.
I'm 200.
Wait,
Alright, so
225? Okay.
And Mika's up to 170.
And
Okay,
Rocket?
so new armor for Mika.
well, that's like she already. The point is that she already
I'm
has
up
a
to
tier 3,
220.
and we don't
she
have
has
enough.
a tier 3. She has a tier 3 weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
but-
we're
armor's
talking
tier
about
three.
armor. We're talking
Her
about
armor is
man.
tier 3?
I know. I'm just talking about in general. We don't have enough gil to kit everyone out in all
Okay.
tier
Alright.
3
That's
stuff.
why I'm saying only you two.
Okay,
I
hold
don't
on.
say everyone.
Hold on. Tone, you said Mika has tier 3 armor?
She has tier 2 armor. Her weapon is
Okay.
what's tier 3.
Okay, so
See?
like I was saying, new
Give
armor.
it to her.
Okay, so new armor for Mika.
Alright.
Nee.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So,
And it'd be alright
so
for
that's
now.
3,000 right there. A tier 3 weapon for let's say knee and okay, no, tier 3 weapons that's gonna be like 2,600,
2,400.
Yeah,
2,400.
2,400.
that's gonna be a bit pricey, but
I'm gonna
Okay.
get a calculator up just to make this easier. So 1,500.
There's
That's going to be for 2 people.
That's 3,000 right there.
So and then plus say 1 to 2,400. That'll be 5,400. If to completely count me and Mika.
mm-hmm.
And say let's upgrade. If we upgrade Vermilion's Edge to another 2,400, that would be 7,800, which we don't have. I don't think, do we?
You are at
Nah.
7,400. You would be 400 short.
So,
Yeah.
so
I'm happy with my
5,400.
2.
So
Tier
2 new
stuff,
pieces
anyway.
of armor, and then
Mhm.
1 tier 3 weapon, and then that's all we'd be able to afford.
Yeah, which you do need it, Nee.
Or 2 pieces, or 3 pieces of armor and 1 tier 3 weapon, because that's 6,400.
Wait, what's the third armor for?
What third
Thanatos,
armor?
potentially.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like
We
you guys
can
are kind of
afford-
all over the place in terms of pages here.
We can. I'm just saying, what we can afford overall is 3 pieces of armor and 1 weapon. That's what we can afford.
So it's best
So-
that we only get 2 armors, which is for you two, and 1 weapon for you, Nee. I mean, you do need a new bow, no offense.
I mean, actually, her bow's pretty decent. Plus
And
she's
what level
got a
was it?
dagger.
What
Yeah,
two?
well, the dagger can stay tier 2 for now. If I'm upgrading my weapon, I'll upgrade the bow.
There you go.
So I'll do it your way if you're happy with that, but and then upgrade the next time we hit a settlement if you have to kill.
I mean, if we,
Mhm.
have, if we can find any way to make Gil from here to Kurzitan, we'll see.
Mhm.
So
Luke,
I mean,
whatever the fuck tries to kill us.
so just so I mean, just you said that we can afford 3 tier 3 armors and a weapon.
Yes.
We can afford that.
I don't need
Okay,
any more
so-
armor, and I'm
okay,
happy
so
with my tier
Nee-
2.
Mika and
3 tier 3 suits of armor is 7,200 gil.
You said 1,500
And then
for.
24.
Oh, my
400
bad, my
for
bad, my
weapons.
bad. I'm sorry, I got my numbers swapped around. I'm used to armor
Yes.
being more expensive than weapons. My bad.
So again, Mika, Nee, Thanatos get new armor, and let's say do you want the new weapon, Tom, or what?
I'll go for the new weapon because overall, like you have your weapon won't do as much damage then, but you still have your magic and fireballs. Well, I'm almost entirely reliant on my bow most of the time.
True.
So
That's true. Okay. So yeah, we can go with that, and we can choose properties or whatever.
Exactly. I'm happy with the gear I got for now.
All right, so
Okay.
so just to clarify, the plan is get 3 suits of tier 3 armor and 1 tier 3 weapon.
Indeed.
yes,
Great.
That is 6,900 gil. So if you're all okay with that, I will subtract that from the communal gil, and we can
That is-
handle the properties later.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, I'd probably just keep the same properties, really. But yeah,
I guess the third one's for Thanatos?
I mean, yes, the 3 armors is Knee, Mika, and me, because
Okay.
you have more health than any of us, plus
Hmm.
the shield, and Rocket has plenty of health and an avoidance that basically makes her almost impossible to hit unless they have a gun.
All right, so everyone.
Okay.
All right,
12 now.
so the party's communal gil is now at 532.
all right.
Lovely.
Yeah. So
So-
let's just hope that we earn some more gear along the way.
So properties aside, for those of us who got tier 3 weapons, shall we just upgrade damage to ×3?
Hmm.
Well, I mean, you get the
Yeah.
tier 3 weapons. So
Oh yeah, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
happy
can go
with my
ahead
tier 2.
add to the ×3.
So ×3. I'm gonna end up keeping the +2 dex anyway. So
Alright.
strong Mark 2. And medium tier 3 armor. What would that give?
Medium tier 3 armor would grant you a defense, an armor and magic armor of 15 each.
50. That's an upgrade from 8. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I wear heavy, though.
Well,
Yeah, well, I like the balance. Anyway, so
Okay.
Fletsu Mark 3 and
Alright.
Boltstorm Mark 2.
What does tier 3 heavy give me?
20 armor and 10 magic armor.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I think Mika will also take the medium armor,
Indeed,
The
it
last
suits
suit.
her.
being a red mage and all that.
Hmm. Besides, I mean, yeah, heavy's good for defense, but it's also heavy and a bit bulky. It slows it down.
Well, I mean, I'm not
Nice
very
to have a
fast to
balance.
begin with. Plus, I am the big kind of DPS/tank character.
Yep, and I'll let her
Yep.
keep her +2 to power for her new suit, so Mika's new armor situation is figured out.
As for
Would
Rocket,
you-
it doesn't really matter how heavy the armor is. She's a lot stronger than any of us.
Yeah, that's why she wasn't getting the new suit.
Yep,
Plus, it's very hard for her to hit her, so.
indeed. It's like
All right,
dodge.
All right, so I believe that covers everything.
I believe so.
Yes.
Hmm.
Indeed. So, back. All right. Apologies, everybody. We should have done this a while ago, but
Told ya.
things got confusing. Shush.
Never.
Back to the campaign.
Yes.
So, who wants to take a trip to Kurzatan?
Fuck it, why not?
I
Yeah,
think this
okay.
is us meeting up after we've just bought everything.
Yeah, we're saying you did all that shopping in the interim while Rocket was being worked on.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, let's find Mika in that water first.
Mika comes back a minute later with like a fairly substantial number of water bottles, or water skins rather, starts passing them out.
Oh, they have a surplus of the stuff here. Makes sense. It's right on the border of the Azoran Desert, and there's a river running through.
This is probably going to be the last real source of water you guys are going to see, because there's not much in there.
Well, that's a comforting thought.
Not until you reach a settlement, anyway.
Yes.
I don't suppose it would be too much to ask for Sid to fly us there.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
I mean, it's.
Yes.
I mean, we can ask.
Yeah, we can ask, though. I highly suspect he's going to be busy picking up the pieces from Devia Cup going boom.
That in a big Magitech ship like that's gonna attract a lot of attention, and you don't really want to draw attention to yourself in Kurzatan.
And besides, we got all this water. It's just a venture along upon the desert. We'd be fine.
He
Just
says,
watch out
have
for
you
sand."
met us?
I am trying to forget the bad times,
All right.
but thank
So-
you.
Yes, I believe we should say our goodbyes to Sid and get ready to make way.
Don't forget Biggs and Wedge.
Indeed. Also, what time of day is it?
It's early afternoon, like 1 or 2 p.m.
All right, we should be able to make some progress before night hits.
I just hope we find somewhere to sleep.
Also- Fair warning, while it may be hot during the day, at night it will be freezing
It's
and it's
cold.
cold, so warning.
Don't worry. Some of us have extra bodies to keep warm.
Mika turns a
Of
nice shade of
course.
tomato.
Hey, you're the one that said, hey, I suppose I need something to snuggle up to. He knows all your exact words.
Mika pouts at you. Tail bristles a bit.
Yes, well, I'm sure that'll be delightfully cute to see. Now,
As
let's-
touching as this is, let's talk to Sid.
yeah, let's go say bye to Sid.
Yeah, I mean, you're all on the deck of the Stargazer having this conversation anyway, so
Is he listening to us, or is he somewhere else?
he's not up on deck. So
Are Biggs and Wedge listening in on us?
they're nearby. They seem to be giving you your space, though.
Well,
I guess we'll
Locked in
walk
their
over
own
to Biggs and Webb.
They look up. Big raises an eyebrow. Oi! Boss's work is done, is it? How you holding up there, Rocket?
Let me know.
Did you go mute?
yes.
Ish.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing all right.
Stop it!
I was trying to find a call. Okay. I was looking at something at Discord real quick, and then I was like, "Oh God, where's the call?"
It's okay. But
Oh God, where's the call? Oh Jesus.
It's like Rocky just turned off her voice for a moment.
It's like she's running around all these new subroutines that Sid unlocked. It's like,
There's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, there we go.
Chocobo noises.
just accidentally turned off her throat. Okay.
Let's hope there's nothing else she finds.
Ooh, there's a porn stash in here.
I was about to make that joke.
I'm to
Oh
blame
my-
for that. I'm to blame. I gave you
God.
the idea.
damn it.
Thank you for that idea. I love it. Now then.
You're welcome.
All right, so
Anyway,
all right, so in
we
response
are
to
looking
all right, so
for
in
Sid.
response to what Rocket said, Biggs nods. That's good. Sid's been working real hard on you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it turned
Yeah,
out pretty
good
good.
job.
Yes,
speaking of which-
she can fly now.
Mm-hmm.
As nature
Yes,
intended.
speaking of-
Yes, she can. It is amazing.
Speaking of Sid, do you know where he is? We wish to say our goodbyes.
He was. This is Wedge talking. He's down below decks, I think. Over in his quarters, he was taking a nap after wrapping up work on Rocket, largely because he hasn't slept much working on it these last few days. It's a pretty intensive job. You're a complicated thing.
I am.
Well,
Aren't we all?
Alright, anyway.
he's below decks
we-
if you want to talk to him.
Yeah, we should. I
Maybe
don't really
leave it
want
to
to
Zeke.
disturb him after all that work he did.
You know he gave a bit of pouty if we left without saying goodbye.
Probably.
Are you guys
All right.
going somewhere?
Yep, we're taking another trip.
Thanatos is going home.
Huh. I don't know what the future holds for you lot, but I imagine it's good things. Biggs holds out his hand to shake to all of you guys. Good luck out there.
Granted, if there's
You
anything
too.
good in Kurzatan.
You have a little faith, he says, and accepts his hand.
All right.
Hmm.
Firm grip.
Well, say goodbye to Sid for us? Be on our way.
No, we're going down to
Oh, I thought...
Pumpkin.
Really? I thought we're not going to disturb him, but okay.
Well, I was all for it, and then Nee goes, oh, he'll give us an earful if we run off without saying goodbye.
Fine. Let's go by the knee idea.
You know he'll get annoyed if we don't say goodbye. But
Yeah, let's go with
Come
the
on.
knee-jerk reaction.
Mhm.
Mika, honey,
Mia,
please stop.
She reaches over and pats you on the cheek and gives you this coy smirk
Never.
and walks
Well.
past you.
And I thought I was the only one.
Why does
But I
she
was-
always win these things?
Because
Well,
I'm the
Nate,
cat.
The sly cat.
Now it's me stand it out.
You can't
But any-
outfox a cat.
But a
Foxes
fox
aren't
is a
cats.
canine.
I know.
I find flaws in your logic.
I find,
All right, you
I
two-
find flaws in canines.
To be fair,
enough.
All right, you two lovebirds, let's go.
Right,
I
Nate,
am proud
since
of that
it's your
exchange
idea.
now.
God damn it.
That's going into
So-
the bin.
since this is your idea, Nee, how about you tap on the door?
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, just hit the door, I guess.
Bust that shit down. Shit. All right.
I mean, I was just knocking at my desk.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
No.
but it sounded like you were pounding on it. Jesus.
My desk is now, so I probably had the vibrations running up through the mic. So,
Sid
All right.
doesn't like loud noises.
Alright. Okay, now then. So, in response to your knock on the door, you hear from inside some shuffling about for a moment before the door opens, and there's Sid, looking all kinds of tired. He got a few grease stains on his cheeks. He rubs his face a bit. Ugh. Hey! He points at Rocket. Awake! How's that new leg?
It's working really well.
Nice. And the wings? Oh, you were able to fly, I hope?
Yeah, really well.
Ah, that's good. I have no idea how big of a pain in the ass it was to get you to a point where I thought you could actually pull it off.
Oh boy.
EVA Corp is good at building things that are sturdy, but they are not graceful and they are not lightweight.
Ugh.
Well, considering all the machines that we found in there, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, kind of ironic then that it's parts they made that I used to fix you up.
Uh-huh.
So, what can I do for you? Do you wanna... What's the plan?
We're heading out.
There you are.
yeah, we came to say goodbye.
Oh, where are you going?
Kurzatan.
Ah. I was gonna say if it was somewhere in Solemn, I could probably drop you off on my way back to Endlem, but apparently not.
We were thinking of asking, but we figured that you were going to be plenty busy considering the hole in the forest.
That, and I don't...
Yeah, I got a report, but yeah, I'm already late in getting back to Endlem to report the situation and talk about it and figure out what happens next. And oh boy, given I was there, you can bet your ass that they're gonna have me on point to try and figure out how to contain the new amber growths growing in that damp forest. I'm gonna have a fun time coming up.
Yeah, well, wish we could stick around to help with that, but we've got more business to attend to. Not finished with Diablos yet,
Mm,
plus other things.
right.
Family business for both Thanatos and then me.
Hmm. All right. Well, he holds out a hand to shake with each of you. It's been my pleasure to work with you lot.
Pleasure it was.
And the pleasure is ours, Sid. Keep an ear out for us around Kurzatown and Batea when we eventually get there.
I will. And do me a favor, will you?
Oh?
Yeah. As I recall, it was Fane Farah who sent you to me, wasn't she?
Yep.
Yes, Fane.
Yeah. We used to be pretty good friends a few years back when we were studying at the academy up in Endlem. Promising young lass. Family matters drove her back home, though. If you happen to bump into her again, tell her I said thanks.
Well,
And
it's
give her my
likely
best.
we have... Well, it's likely we have a promise to keep to her as well.
Well, then you keep yours and give her my best. Yeah.
Yes, and Rocket, why are you not in the session?
What?
We have lost our bird.
How did that happen?
I don't know. You just suddenly dropped down to the roll 20 room. So many technical difficulties today. Holy shit.
It
Yeah.
seems to just.
Welcome to my world.
I mean, mine was just my mother really wanted to watch The Crown. So,
Well, get back in here at your earliest convenience, Rocket, and we can proceed from there.
Working on it.
Okay, there you are.
Half British.
There she is.
All right, well,
Now.
take care out there.
We
like you
will.
said,
Okay.
Thanks for everything, Sid, and good luck with your work on the Amber.
Thanks
Good
for
luck.
everything.
You're very welcome. You're a good bird, Rocket.
Thank you. I try.
Gives you all a nod and closes the door.
well, that's that. Come on, let's make a head out of this town while we still have daylight. We've got all what we wanted to collect from here, yeah? I don't think we'll be
Yep.
coming across any shops until we get to Kurzatown.
I believe it's time for us to go.
All right.
Alright,
the
Boltstorm
way,
Mark
Mr.
III. Let's see if you're as good as your ancestors.
Bolt Storm Mark III.
Boltstorm is very special to me and close to my heart.
So, like, every time you get an upgrade, you just add another mark. And how high do the tiers go?
Tier 8. But I already know what everyone's ultimate weapons are, so
So it's not going to be the Bolt Storm Mark 8.
probably not.
The Bolt
Aw.
Ultimate.
Bolt Ultimate.
No. You're gonna get something a little different.
I came up with
Okay.
Mika's, and it's the best.
Well, we don't name our own.
No.
I am sad.
Don't you dare.
I mean,
No,
if you want to, you can, but I'll have the base. But if you want to rename it, I will happily let you.
Anyway, in character answering his question, well, yes, I had a mark because it's upgraded and it's only appropriate. See, it's better. It has a better firing mechanism. It'll hit a bit harder, pierce through more armor, skewer the insides, that kind of thing.
Like armor piercing.
Nice.
Yep, pretty much.
All right.
Can't wait for your
Now.
audio to see this beauty.
All right. So
Right then, Mr.
You
Dark
all-
Knight.
you all get your things together, and once you have all of your supplies
What
set up,
And some FLP theme too.
right? So you all get together your
Clarification.
you all pull together your things, and you set out from Dami checkpoint. You are at present, as I recall, without the wagon that you had initially traveled around with. So
Yeah, wagon's not going to do much.
I think we
good.
lost that a long time ago.
Yeah, we kinda-
Oh, that was the wrong button.
I'm about to say we're not in combat. I'll say the last time we saw our little wagon was.
Pretty sure that was when we were chucked in prison.
All right,
Well, I mean,
so-
actually, that would be back in Animo because I don't think we brought it with us on the ship.
And so, it is going to be an 8-day journey to reach Kurzatown.
Bloody
Yay.
A week and a day. Okay, bring it on.
All right. So, you all set out from Dami checkpoint and begin to make your way to the south and west. Slowly but surely, you watch the blades of grass that make up the Safali plains thin out, grow short, and the dark soil turn lighter and more dusty with every step you take. The great looming dunes and mesas of the Uzura Desert looming before you. It doesn't take it doesn't take long as you're making your way before the change in temperature becomes noticeable as you're going. Even with the sun dipping lower and lower towards the horizon, you can tell that this is going to be a very warm journey.
I don't know what I expected from the desert, but I don't like it.
The part you are currently stepping out into is largely flat. You look out ahead, and aside from the occasional dead tree or rocky field where like you have little spires of stone jutting up out of the earth like a shattered window scattered along a sandy beach, aside from that, you don't really see much. It's just rolling hills of sand. You look back and you can still see the Safali Plains behind you, but they are rapidly fading into the distance.
There is not enough grass in this place to be any worthwhile.
I think I prefer the climb up mountains where there's lots of snow and ice than this.
Oh, quit being babies. It's just sand.
All right.
Yeah,
lucky for you. Lucky for you. You begin your journey in the latter half of the day. So by the time you reach the point where Thanatos just innately knows the heat would be really uncomfortable, you have gotten to that point just as the sun was going below the horizon, and very swiftly the temperature plummets. It goes from being warm and almost to the point of uncomfortable to being cold almost to the point of being uncomfortable. Even with you still being in the admittedly late stages of winter at this point. What was that?
Somebody blipping.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I don't know. Continue.
Right, well, so.
Yeah, sorry, I had to reconnect because all of a sudden everything went silent.
Weird. But yeah, so the sun dips below the horizon and the temperature plummets, even in the late winter that you find yourselves in. And you find yourselves setting up camp for your first night in the Uzura Desert, right at its edge in obnoxiously cold weather. It's open sky, though, and the sky has almost, in all the time you've traveled together, most of you, with the exception of Thanatos, has seen the sky quite this clear. Even on cloudless nights in otherwise uninhabited places, you'd look up and you'd see a lot of stars, yes, even the full-blown galaxy beyond stretching out. But here it's so much more vibrant and intensely visible than you are used to. Partly because of miles and miles upon miles in all directions of no civilization, no sources of light, just sand, and very little atmospherics in this region.
Besides being a desert filled with carnivorous sandworms, the sky is beautiful.
And we do have that.
The sky is great, but there's no green, there's no trees. This place is wrong. I don't like it.
Calm down.
Oh,
Lee.
well,
It's just-
come on. It's not that bad.
It's
It's
pretty
okay,
bad.
Nate.
Mika points out.
I mean, I grew up on an island. I'm used to all the sand in the world being on a small beach.
And
Like,
being
What
surrounded
kind
by
of place
water.
doesn't have trees? It's like a sandwich with no bread. It doesn't what?
Nee, calm down. It's all right. It's just going to be a few days of travel, and who knows, we might come across an oasis or something.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
in a diminished Men in Black movie.
Yeah, don't count on the oasis. We're probably not going to see any civilization until Kurzitan.
Unless we get unlucky and bump into a tribe of bongas.
Yeah, let's try to avoid that.
I'm a forest elf. I'm not meant for sand.
I tried to warn you guys.
Well, I'm handling it pretty all right. I guess I'm just used to long travels.
All right. So, watch order.
He goes first, even though she's highly disgruntled. She has no trees. She will find a
I was about to say, how's it feel having a watch and no tree to climb?
This is so
Mika
wrong.
would-
I don't like it.
Yep, Mika will take watch with you.
Climb a sand mountain, you'll be fine.
I understand.
All right, so awareness checks. I believe it's called a dune, Darkness.
Yes, it's called a dune.
A dune.
You know, you could probably find a dead tree to climb.
There are a few
Dead
dead trees
trees are worse than no trees because dead trees are sad.
An 11 and a 13
It's sad
for
because
awareness.
it's dead.
Dead. All right, so an 11 and a 13 for awareness. It's a peaceful night, all things considered. Mika's kind of looking out at it all with this sort of a unsettled look. Like, you can tell she's just as disgruntled by the lack of familiar terrain as you are. Whereas for you, you're used to forests and whatnot. She's used to open ocean.
Oh, the two little pouties.
You're asleep, shut up. I mean, we've been a few places. The snow, the sky. This takes the cake.
Yep. Polar opposite of the oceans I grew up around.
Yeah. I mean, the oceans were nice. At least the oceans, have life in them. It's just sand.
I mean, this has life too. We just can't really see it right now.
I don't want to live here. It's. Ugh.
We're definitely not adapted for it.
Oh no, not at all. Well, somewhere over there, on the other side of all this, the Tay's not as far as it used to be, so that's comforting, I guess.
We're making
Past
progress.
the Garian domain, yeah. What about you? How are you feeling? Get closer to my home, far away from yours.
I have never been this far away from my home before. Thanks for making me think about it, by the way.
He gives you kind of a playfully annoyed look.
Ah, we all know you're thinking about it anyway. I know I am. It's hard not to.
Well, I mean, considering all the crap we've been up to lately, my mind wasn't really worrying about how far away from home I was. It was just more like, okay, how do I survive the next 10 minutes?
There is that, but
Even back in Dami Checkpoint, I was kind of absorbed in what I was doing, just keeping Rocket asleep.
yeah. I wonder if my sisters have gotten my letter by now. I hope so.
If they're what?
The letter
Ah.
that he sent them.
I mean, probably. It's been a while.
I can imagine Skalala will be trying to dissect every inch of it for added meaning or lore. Rania, meanwhile, will probably be finding the nearest practice dummy to sharpen her skills. I think you'll like them. Skalala particularly. I mean,
Sounds like it.
she'll see your books and be like, "Oh, books. Do you know these random facts from rhinoceros or something?"
Rhinoceros.
She pulls out her book that turns into a sword, and with a quick flicker light, it turns into a sword in her hand.
Do you think she'd like this?
I mean, it's a book that contains random facts that turns into a thing you can chop someone's head off with. She will love it.
It's not random facts.
She turns it back into a book and shows it to you.
It's my white magic spell book, dummy.
Thump, pops you on the head with it.
I mean, ow! I mean, what I meant to say is that Skalala, I mean, yeah, she likes books, but she's not like you. You do it for the studying and the knowledge and, like, expanding yourself in a way. She does it just so she can regale us with random things she read for the hell of it.
I mean, I do that too.
I know, but
I'm never gonna use blue magic, but
She fishes out the book you bought for her way back in Marasu.
I still have this.
yeah, I remember that. That's it was I didn't get most of it, but it was nice reading it with you.
Feels like so long ago now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Remember when we first met, just in Laren's throne room?
To be honest, when we first met, I wasn't even really looking at you. I was more focused on the bird.
I was more focused on Laren and the fact that I was trapped in a city full of a plague.
Fair enough.
Pats you on the back.
Let's get back to watch, yeah?
Yeah. At least the stars are nice.
Huh. You know, for a couple, they sure haven't kissed much.
Yeah, they're taking it slow.
Yes.
Yes, the cuddling in bed first, and then the kissing.
You know, we might be
Yeah,
at like
yeah.
session 70 or so before any snipping happens.
Oh.
God damn it.
You asked for it.
Snip, snip, motherfucker.
Session 30 or something. Hold on, actually, I
Alright,
can tell you exactly
so,
what.
so who's taking
Yeah,
second
right.
watch?
Me.
Get up there.
All right, awareness, Thanatos.
Enjoy your watch, ladies.
Perfectly. Now get out there. I need some sleep and snuggling.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Critical
blimey.
success.
All right.
Oh, you might use the sands.
This is my home territory.
Sands of time.
All right, so Thanatos, your watch, you'd see everything. You would expect to be rusty after so long of not looking out at the sands and trying to piece things together from what you're looking at, but it all comes flooding back to you like in just an instant. You look out and immediately you're spotting tiny details that Nee and Mika had completely missed during their watch. Your eyes pick out tiny little salamanders of the nocturnal variety skittering out of the sands, looking around for a second, and then quickly burrowing back beneath the surface to their burrows. You spot little rodents scurrying along, their ghostly howls staking claim to miles of terrain before vanishing from sight. Occasionally, a nocturnal sand owl or buzzard goes flying overhead, silently soaring through the sky before disappearing into the starlight farther away. At one point in the latter half of your watch, as you're looking around at the ever-shifting dunes of the Uzura Desert, the sand a ways ahead of you shudders a bit, and a pointed, yellowy, kind of crusty-looking face pokes out of it. Narrow, slanted reptilian eyes dart back and forth, and spider-like legs carry this head-looking thing up out of the sand as it scurries along, sniffing around. It looks up, sees you, and then it turns around and shuffles off and immediately disappears over the next dune.
Hmm.
It was
It
a creature.
appears he has an
It was a
evil
type. It was
eye.
a type of creature that you recognized, a type of scavenger. Although I do not actually remember its name off the top of my head at this moment.
He has an eagle eye for the sands.
At least if it's a scavenger, we only have to worry about it if we're already dead.
Indeed.
Yeah, they're usually pretty harmless.
Yeah. I mean, if you piss them off, they'll happily chunk on your ankles. But
Again, if you don't bother them, they won't bother you.
indeed. But aside from all of that and feeling strangely at home, your watch is uneventful. Who's taken third?
Life in the sand.
I guess I'd better.
All right.
Hmm.
Awareness.
And then it'd be me.
Bird. Bird is the word.
Bird is the word. I say you burp, burp.
Oh, mow, 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 mow.
God damn it.
We can confirm the bird is mightier than the word. Chuck it again.
All right, 15. You pick out a fair number of the details yourself, giving out a few tries and experimenting a bit with the mechanical eye upgrades that you've received, making use of your scan ability here and there to just pick out some of the life forms that you see scurrying about before your watch eventually comes to an end.
Did Sid give her night vision? I can't remember.
He did not give her night vision, no.
Doll.
Does she have X-ray vision?
She does not.
Oh, God! No!
I think that's a little too advanced.
The extent of her vision is that she can ascertain the properties of certain enemies. Now, Alice, or awareness, you're taking final watch.
Yep, I'm up. Okay.
10.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
Oh. Your watch is uneventful.
No idea what lies in the desert. What is
Huh?
that?
All right.
Mika.
That's
No,
No,
not Mika.
that's not Mika. No,
No.
she was on Nee's watch. She rolled an 11 back there.
Then what is that?
Check or something.
All right, so for the Following that, you'll pull your things together and resume your journey. The route that Mika is suggesting, first and foremost, that's kind of what the blue line I'm displaying here is, will bring you to the southernmost tip of the Ixion Spine mountain range before you cut directly across for Kurzatan.
Indeed.
1.5 days after that.
So with that in
So-
mind, this will be from where you are now. You're looking still at around a week of travel, week and a day, or week plus 1/2 of a day.
So you're not going to tell us what that roll was for?
I am-
Looking at the fields past Kurztan, can we agree after we've dealt the flowing chasm that we go around the amber fields to get to the Galleon domain?
Up to you. Now then. So, you carry on for some time, and the heat of the sun overhead is hot, uncomfortably so, but not unbearably so. And you make decent progress, moving along at a good pace, using the Ixion Spine to the north as your compass, so to speak, to mark your path and let you know where you're going. And after a couple more days of travel, you eventually come to the southernmost tip of the mountain range. And once you get past that peak, if you look to the south, your brain has a hard time registering just how expansive the desert is in that direction. All the way to the horizon.
Holy shit.
And eventually, the mesas themselves actually start to fade out, and it just becomes nothing but sand. Sand and sand and more sand.
We got a long trip of sand, it seems.
If you were going south, but you're going north,
We-
northwest.
We are going northwest.
Still long enough. I mean, it's like 5 days.
Indeed.
Half tops.